It's a picturesque afternoon for football in the Northeast, and EA Sports comes to you from MetLife Stadium, just across the Hudson River from New York City. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the Carolina Panthers taking on the New York Jets. Happy to be on hand. I'm Brandon Gaudin with Charles Davis. And before we kick, partner, your keys to the game, please.
Well, my keys are on the defensive side of the ball for both teams. And the big one, making sure you avoid giving up the big play. These safeties are going to get tested all game long. Their job, keep the ball in front of them, tackle people, make them run extra plays in order to try and score.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their quarterback now in his third season in the league.
His second year in the league certainly didn't go the way that he thought it would. In fact, a lot of whispers around the team and around the league that maybe he was not going to be the guy. Ended up getting benched, took his time, watched the game, and then came back better than ever. Second year in the same offense with the same head coach should lead to an even bigger jump in year 3.
4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Young. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
Young working out of the gun. And that will be incomplete.
One of the things we always talk about heading into a game, who's going to set the tone early, and very early on here, we're seeing the defense is showing they're going to continue to break pressure.
They smelled that early 3 and out, brought the pressure, and the hit forced the incompletion. On fourth down, Carolina going to send out Sam Martin to punt. On the return is Williams. It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return. And the Jets will take over first and 10. So here come the Jets for their initial possession of the game. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
And normally when you talk about a quarterback on his third team in as many years, you're worried about this kid's potential. But in this case, Justin Fields has plenty of it, and he flashed it big time during his short tenure in Pittsburgh. Now he has the opportunity in New York to be a full-time starter once again, and the Jets are excited about his potential. And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
Second down and a little more than a yard here. A play fake, now Fields to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Back to throw, Fields. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Derek Brown. He's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up fourth down.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. So on fourth down, out comes Austin McNamara to punt for New York. This is brought in at the 21. A 6 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Hubbard. And out across midfield down to the 45. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Now that's a big-time run. Lightning in a bottle, forget it. He exploded out of the bottle for that type of a pickup.
They run here with Rico Dowdle. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Young. He will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. That'll go as a pickup of 8.
And a Panther first down.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain, so when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a first down.
They'll try to throw now. Young. This is caught by Evans. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. It's a Panthers first down, 17 yards on the play.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. A give up the middle, Hubbard. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Now here's Young. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
And it's 3rd down.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Young to throw it. Throw left side, taken in by Renfro. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
And his kick is right there. It's good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their 2nd drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. 2nd possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got a look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
If they open things up, let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. A quick first down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive. Defensively, they were in the 3-4, and that O-line just dominated the D-line there.
Let's go with a verbal telestrator here because that D-line has a nose over the center, and it has the two defensive ends over the offensive tackles. That means the guards don't have anyone over the top of them. That creates a natural bubble inside where they sprint upfield, take on the inside linebackers, and if the back hits it fast enough, there should be space to run.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap. Fields steps away to his left. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish it as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
Here's Fields. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
So on 4th down, Austin McNamara comes on to punt. This is taken around the 12. A solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Now the offense for the Panthers here getting the football back. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They go play action. Young. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Young's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Straight ahead with Hubbard. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up...
He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Jermaine Johnson in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. Here's Williams to return. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. And New York set to take the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
3 yards on the pickup there, and they've got it back to 3rd and 10. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
From the 50, here's Fields. He's got his target. That's complete. And all the way inside before they drop it.
37. And the Jets, first down.
3-0 after one on EA Sports. Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Here's Fields. He finds Taylor, complete. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Now it's Fields. They'll set up the screen for Hall. And he will not be able to get the first as he can get this only down to the 5. Well, the screen gets 7, but it's not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger game.
The Folks' kick is good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So, 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point a drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. Now onto the field, here come the Panthers. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Tackle on that play by Quinton Williams.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want, but on the defensive side of the ball, you scramble a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Young to throw it. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Now the punter, Sam Martin, called on to kick it away here. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Jets will take over. And New York set to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
What I continually hear from running backs and offensive linemen is how often they're actually getting together to watch film so they can get in sync with each other, understand blocking patterns better, how a running back likes to cut, what he wants to do. And, boy, it all came together on that one.
That's one where they watch that and say, hey, we did everything we were supposed to do right there.
That looked like the play we drew up and designed. And then we got to see it unfold in real time.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
That is caught. Josh Reynolds. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers 21. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Brandon, what's even more impressive is that came against double coverage. He gashed them with that reception, even with the extra focus that he drew from the defense.
Paul want to give up the middle. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. 45 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Paul again on second down. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Breece Hall, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Jets have taken the lead. And on his way to the end zone, shedding the tackle, he would not be denied.
That's what's called finishing the run, making sure you power your way through. One-on-one tackle, no running back wants to go to the bench and say, I got stopped just short.
Nick Folk for the point after. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now.
Panthers 3.
Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. To throw, Young. Forced out to his left. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
First down, Carolina.
I am willing to bet that he got a monster grin on his face when he saw what was happening. Man-covers are so committed to denying a big throw that it pulled attention away from him, and he had an easy lane to hit, and hit it he did.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. There was Will McDonald bursting in there and making that play.
I really like what he did there because he took his practice work and converted it to game action because he used his hands, got off the block, worked laterally and stayed to the outside, and finished off the runner for a loss.
Young now. And his throw here's incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Looking to throw, Young. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Jermaine Johnson. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. And this is a quarterback who's already had success on the ground in this first half, but this time they're able to hem him in.
And it's always different when you rush a mobile quarterback as opposed to a guy you know will be right back in the pocket. In this case, you got to make sure the inside pressure and the outside pressure match, and maybe even a second wave to make sure if he squirts free, you've got someone to tackle him.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Jets offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. He'll give it to Hall to start the drive. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. Former first-rounder Derek Brown living up to the billing on that stop.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Fields. Throwing for the out route, he finds Wilson. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 14. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. From the gun on 3rd down, Fields. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack.
An 8-yard loss.
Patrick Jones coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. Here's the Jets punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Panthers will take over in terrific field position. Carolina getting set to take the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
52 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then? You take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Chuba Hubbard, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Hey, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
monster right down the middle. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So out now come the Jets. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try to get some points and feel great going into the half.
That's good for a Jets.
Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Fields. To the right side, complete to Taylor. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
They'll find Reynolds over the middle. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. As the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. To throw is Fields. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
It's 2nd and 21.
It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Out of the gun, Fields. There's a short one. It's caught by Taylor. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Third and 9 here. Fields now to throw. They're going for Lazard, but this is intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And with only 9 seconds remaining, with not much time, we'll see how they play this. Buying time to his left. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Final play of the half, Young. He's got his tight end. It's Tommy Tremble. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. So we are deadlocked at the break here, and the EA Sports Halftime Report starts now. Here's Scott Hansen.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Scott Hansen here with an abridged version of the halftime report. Both offenses still trying to find their way. Tight competitive game, though, as we are tied at the half. To find out who will come out on top, let's rejoin our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott, thank you very much. We are ready to get started here with the second half. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here's the Jets offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us. Give every member of that unit a ton of credit for ripping off such a big gain there, because you don't get free for that many yards on a counter or misdirection without everybody selling the heck out of it.
On first down, right back to Hall. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. 76 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Here's Hall again. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
For another Jets. First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
A first down carry for Davis. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Back to throw. Fields over the middle and complete to Wilson. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 18. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there, because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Straight ahead is Hall. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
Now a 2nd and 6. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the first down.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a first down himself.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. Now he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Jets have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. On for the extra point is Folk. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10.
Makes the score Jets 7.
So that drive in total 8 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And he returns this to the 22. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Second down and 6 now from the 26. Right back to Hubbard. And he's got some space here. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 79 yards on the ground for Hubbard as that last run a first down. Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles. Gain some additional yardage.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Now 2nd and 9. Young now from the 50. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Third down, Young from the gun. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. And now after that sack, we'll pause here a moment because someone was shaken up on that play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Here's Sam Martin now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. On the return is Williams. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The Jets take it over again. Breece Hall making his way out with the offense. He is knocking on the door for 100 yards in this ball game.
And it's so important. It doesn't seem like it's that big of a deal. Just short of it, a little bit over. A little bit over feels better to everyone. Offensive line, running back, team totals. Just something magical about breaking that barrier.
And he's right there on the doorstep now.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
And the Jets, first down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
A give running right is Hall. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard into the 40.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Slant pass. He's got Reynolds. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
A tight formation here. It's 3rd and a yard. Here's Fields on the sneak. And he is going to have a Jets first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
Well, they pick it up on 3rd and 1 on the quarterback sneak, and that's not easily done because there are extra bodies in there on the defensive side, and they're moving forward at the snap.
Yeah, I was certainly expecting a handoff, weren't you?
Yeah, I told you it was. I thought they'd go with it back, maybe try and get a lead blocker in front. But as you talked about in different games, those guys with confidence in their offensive line, they just want to move forward and get it.
Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
Well, this has turned into an absolute week to forget for this quarterback. Multiple sacks, pair that with multiple turnovers. As far as he's concerned, if he ever sees this defense again, it'll be way too soon.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Operating from the gun. Fields. And it's caught over the middle. Wilson. It'll be a gain of 18 on the play. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and 1.
Fields hit and the ball is loose. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
I don't know about you, but I'm going to go to the positive side this time. Yeah, there was a fumble at the end of this one, but what a sustained drive. And if they keep stringing those together, you got to like their chances.
And credit the defense, though. You're out there for that long, you start to get tired, but they were able to get the turnover.
Did you just credit the defense?
I like to credit the defense and the offense.
I like you.
And the analysts.
That's perfect.
Here comes Chuba Hubbard. Let's take a closer look at him. We've seen him be good so far. He's hoping to continue that trend here in quarter number 3.
And typically when you see guys running it this well, they see the game in slow motion, don't they? They see the cuts happen, they see the blocks happen, they feel really good about their vision, and then they use their legs to find that open space.
And he's had some good help up front to boot.
18 on the play. 1st down, Carolina.
He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along.
They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here. And a pretty good burst there as they get this across midfield and down to the 46. 3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife, possession of the football, but facing a deficit here as we get to the 4th and final quarter of play. Now here's Young. Checks this down to Hubbard.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
2nd and 7. Now a toss. Hubbard going left. Room here to run. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
First down, they'll stay on the ground with Hubbard. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Jamie Sherwood there to make the stop. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
Now Young. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Give that sack to Harrison Phillips, the big man.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. Under pressure, and they got to him again. The former 3rd overall pick, Quentin Williams there to bring him down. It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
Fitzgerald on for the Panther field goal. A 48-yard attempt.
And his kick here is good. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. The Jets offense and quarterback Justin Fields heading back out there. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. Now he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Derek Brown able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
Pressure gets to him again. DJ Wonnum got off his spot quickly and got to the quarterback.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Now 3rd down and very long. Here's Fields. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hull. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line.
A loss of 5.
Boy, that's a 5-yard loss. 4th down now. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
And taken at the 46. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. And they'll run on 1st down with Hubbard. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
Now Young, fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. Here's Young. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
We're going to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the 1st row.
Here's Sam Martin now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Jets offense and Breece Hall headed out onto the field. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, it's all been on display throughout. They'll start on the ground. Hall fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that 1st down carry.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. Now it's Fields. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Late in the game, he's certainly doing everything in his power to buy time for his guys to make a play, but in this case, he's surrounded, and all he has room to do is to get back to the line of scrimmage.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Here's Fields. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Jets 1st down.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Looking to throw. Fields. Well, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. It'll be a 41-yard punt, giving 5 on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers offense and Chuba Hubbard set to take over once more. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth-quarter lead. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
His running ability has been an extra dimension of their game plan thus far. For once, though, he doesn't create any magic against the front that's prepared for him to try and take off.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. On the give, this is Hubbard. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
A big play here. Crowd on their feet. 3rd and 4. Young to throw it. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. Young. And incomplete. A drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They'll try and run for this with Hubbard. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
A 5-yard gain on the play. First down, Carolina.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. Can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Jermaine Johnson in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Young to throw. He gets this one to Hubbard, complete. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
And the Panther first down.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Out of the gun, here's the give to Hubbard. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
They'll come up now on second down. Here's Young. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Panthers going to signal for their third and final timeout as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Well, this crowd making it hard to hear. This is 3rd and 8. Dalton. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. It's do or die for Dalton. And he's in for the game-winning score with no time left on the clock. Charles, that drive was perfect, methodical, executed so well, and they grabbed that lead with almost no time left for a last gasp from the other side.
No way you could have drawn up a better final drive, because not only did they keep their eyes on the end zone, they made sure they bled the clock out as well and denied their opponent a chance to respond. That's just terrific situational football to end this one.
So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Error-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.